So if you have chronic pain and you struggle with fear, today I'm going to be talking about the relationship between fear and pain. And I'm going to be sharing what you need to do to reduce that fear in order to actually get a handle on pain. Now, this topic actually comes from a question that we got in our Facebook group, and if you have a question, feel free to share it. There is a pinned post at the top of the group where you can leave your questions in the comment section, and if your question is really good and I think it would benefit everyone in the group, I will answer it on a live like this. So here is the original question. Why do I feel fear and panic during high pain moments or days, even though they're normal for me and I know that I'm not in any physical danger? So this is such a good question, and I'm actually really impressed with the person who asked it, because to have this kind of internal reflection is really kind of a big deal, because I don't know if this is something that a lot of people are able to recognize and or want to acknowledge, because fear and panic and anxiety isn't something that people really want to talk about. But fear and anxiety are inseparable from pain. And so in a moment, I'm going to share more about why that is. Because you've probably tried everything under the sun to treat your pain, but that stuff won't work unless we address fear and anxiety first. Okay? So here's something to think about. What if, instead of letting the fear of pain get in the way of what you do, you were actually able to get a handle on that fear first, and then you could actually move forward with doing the things you want and need to do with a plan, so that you don't let the pain completely derail your day or your week or your month. So before I go any further, I want to just introduce myself in case you don't know who I am. I'm Alyssa Wolf, and I am a chronic pain specialist, and I'm the founder of the Chronic Pain Breakup Method, and I help you beat chronic pain naturally using principles of neuroscience so you can live a fearless and fulfilling life. And just this past week, I had a client see some real improvements in pain without doing anything else aside from sitting down and getting a handle on the fear and the anxiety side of things. So in my program, we measure negative pain-related beliefs, including fear. And on this assessment, the total possible score is a 52, and we want that number to go down over time. So this client started out at a 38 out of 52 on that scale and dropped down to an 8 on the scale in just 1 month in this program. So that fear and that anxiety and that thought spiraling dropped considerably within just 1 month. And you know what? We also saw a drop in her pain levels from an average of 6 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10. Okay, so imagine what life would be like for you if we could drop your pain level by 3 points on the pain scale. If you want to know how to get those kinds of results, type me in the comments below. So in order to get control of the pain, we first need to get in control of the fear. Now, the reason you feel high fear and panic on bad pain days, or vice versa, the reason you have more pain on days you have more stress or more anxiety, is because of how the brain is wired. Okay, so pain and fear are both symptoms of a fight or flight response. Okay, I'm actually going to say that again because it's a big point. Pain and anxiety and fear and panic are both symptoms of a fight or flight response. They are the alarms that your body uses to alert you to some kind of a threat, or when the body thinks there's a threat, even if there isn't, in order to get you to take action. The amygdala, which is the fear center in our brains, actually lights up during a pain experience, and it also drives fear. So these two symptoms, fear and pain, are tied together on a neurologic level. And the reason you feel panic is because the other physiologic fight or flight responses are kicking in for you. Increased blood pressure, increased heart rate, increased breathing rate, and increased muscle tone, right? All of those things are increasing. So a lot of times fear and pain go together. And over time, when we have a hypersensitive nervous system that starts activating that fight or flight response for apparently no reason at all, even in the absence of any real physical danger, the brain makes that connection between fear and pain. So in order to break up with the pain, we have to first address that fear. And how do we do that? Well, there's three things that we can do. Number one, we need to fill in the information gaps, because when the brain doesn't know something, it automatically assumes the worst. And number two, we need to practice strategies that will calm the nervous system down to reduce that fight or flight response. Take our foot off the gas momentarily and put it on the brakes. And number three, we need to gradually address the fear by doing the things that we're afraid to do because of the pain, but in a way that will not cause the pain to get worse, because anytime that pain gets worse, it reinforces that fear. So we need to do the activity in a way that makes the body feel less fear, okay? And so I hope this is making sense. And I hope this was helpful for you to understand how the connection between fear and pain. And in the end, I know that you don't want to be told to just manage your stress. And although I am all in favor of doing stress management strategies, you already know that taking a bubble bath and listening to music hasn't controlled your anxiety or your pain thus far. And you need to know how to tackle your specific pain-related fear and how to tackle your specific pain-related anxiety. And this is the kind of thing that we work on indirectly in my program, the Chronic Pain Breakup Method. If you want to learn more about how to maximize your pain, to minimize your pain-related fears so you can get more control over your pain, you can book a discovery call with me, and it's super easy. You can just click the link. I'm going to drop the link in the comments so you can set up a call and we can have a chat and talk about how we can work together to beat that anxiety and that pain so you can live a more fearless and fulfilling life. So if that sounds good to you, click the link. Otherwise, we'll talk soon and have a great day.